Welcome, crafty friends. Today's video is on how to create the super cute little bluebird paper piecing using cartridge cuts from the Art Philosophy Cricut cartridge. You can see what he looks like. Oops. Okay, let's go ahead and get started. Okay, these are the pieces that you will need to have cut out from your Art Philosophy cartridge and your Cricut Expression. That's all I used. I didn't use any craft room file, gypsy file, or anything like that. The next thing you'll do is you will go ahead and you will ink your pieces. And the cardstock that I used was, the blue is Sky cardstock from Close to My Heart, and the orangey cream colored one is Creme Brulee, and then of course some plain white cardstock. And so to go ahead and ink the edges, I am taking one of the little ink pads from the Close to My Heart ink pad sets, and they're really nice little sets. There's 10 little squares, and they're already color coordinated, and they match the different cardstock really well. So I'm using Indian Blue Corn from the Enchantment Ink pad set, and I will have a link on the blog post that ties in with this video for all of the products that I used. Okay, so in order to, let's go ahead and ink these. So in order to ink, all I do is a direct to paper technique, and I simply go along the edges of the die cut and brush the ink right onto the edges. Now it's up to you how heavy you want that ink to be. You can apply more pressure if you want, or you can make it lighter by being more gentle, basically. And holding the pad more on a horizontal shape allows me to get more of a little bit of a brushed effect versus just going on the side and making it a very hard line, which you can definitely do too. See, this is what that would do. This is what that would look like. I don't know if you can see that. There is ink on that edge, but there isn't a feathering. So that's what you get if you hold your ink pad like that. But if you hold it more horizontal to your piece, you're going to get a more feathered look like that. So you're going to go ahead and do this for all your pieces using the blue, Indian Corn Blue on your blue cuts. And you'll find that some of these it's not as important because there's going to be some layering done and you won't see some of the edges. Okay, and for the Creme Brulee pieces, I'm going to go ahead and use the Sunset ink from the, let's see, it's from the Adventure set. And again, I'm using the same technique, just going right around and brushing that ink right on. And you can see once you get going on this, this actually goes very fast. Okay, and let's see, for the last color, which is the white, I'm going to use the Honey from the same Adventure ink pad set to brush onto the white tummy. Okay, now we're going to go ahead and we're going to assemble, and this part goes really fast. Okay, just add a little bit of adhesive to the bird's tummy. Oops. Put that the right way. Okay, then we're going to use our zig. Okay, and you see I'm just lining those eyes up. Okay. Oops. Okay, and these two extra pieces are his little tail feathers. So I just layer one a little bit higher up than the other. Okay. Then run a little bit of, oops, pick that up. Okay. Now once you've done that, you can turn it over and you can add some tape wherever you want to make sure that all your pieces stay however you've lined them up to stay, so that if you want to work on your layout, your project, and have your finished piece mobile so that you can decide how to position it, etc., then you're good to go. And that's it for piecing it together. Now to add a little bit of decorative touches to its face, let me zoom in here. There we go. Okay. And I'm going to go ahead and just add some chalk. I'm using my Pebbles chalk ink. You can remove that for the moment. Now the one great benefit to working with the chalk ink is that it is erasable. You will, and you can, however, stain your ink if you're like, I'm sorry, you can stain your paper with the color if you're using a lighter colored paper. But for the most part, if you make a mistake with this, it is very forgiving, and you can just simply use a white eraser and scrub it off. Okay, so now I'm going to put a little black around the outer edges of the eyes. That always gives it a nice, just a little touch of dimension. And it's okay if you end up going over the white of the eye, because as I said before, you can just take that eraser and just brush that right off. Love it when we can cover our mistakes. Excuse me. Okay, so I put his little beak right back on. Gonna add a few little light eyelashes, and I'm using the micro tip pen, or Micron, from Sakura, and it's a .005 nib tip. So it's a very thin tip, which is great for working with things like the eyelashes, so that you don't get a big heavy line and your little paper piecing doesn't look like it's got those spider eyelashes. I noticed there was a little piece of goober glue there. So like I said, you can get rid of that chalk and reapply. There we go. Now I'm just going to go ahead and use the chalk marker from Close to My Heart to add a few little like decorative touches. The eye glint. Okay, maybe a little shine mark on his beak, on the top of his beak. Okay. And then I'll go ahead and just add a few more doodles to him. Here, there, and everywhere. Just some little shine marks to give it a little extra dimension. Okay, and that's it. How quick was that? Quick, easy, and super cute. I hope you'll visit me on my blog, mypapercrafting.com. I have several other photo tutorials, and I will be working on some more Cricut cartridge paper piecings, and just lots of fun stuff. But you can visit my blog also for the links to where you can purchase all the product through my Close to My Heart link. Thank you so much for watching. Have a wonderfully crafty day.